The Japan example, where you were looking at very cheaply priced Japanese stocks, I imagine you must have looked at a bunch of perhaps other countries or elsewhere in the Japanese market. So how many pages or how many hours of work would you say went into for every one idea that came out to be?
Well, so the thing is that the Japan, I was interested in looking at Japan because at the time, if you just looked a little bit at the Nikkei and what had happened to it, I mean, it's gone through a long period of doing nothing, and Japanese companies have governance issues. They sit a lot of cash. They don't give it out. There are definite negatives there, but cheapness gets over a lot of negatives. So there are faster ways to do that. I could do exactly what I was doing with the Japan company handbook with Capital IQ. That's, I think, I don't know, 18,000 a year or something. But if I use Capital IQ, which is how it actually got to the company that marked in Warren's book, is I had actually taken a shortcut. And then I tried to get Warren to get interested in Capital IQ. He had no interest. I think the reason he had no interest, he just loved the treasure hunt and such. So it didn't take that long. This is the funny thing about the market. So those bargains should not exist. You have some portion of your time in the class that goes on efficient markets. If markets are fully efficient, these things just shouldn't exist. It's a classic, like the University of Chicago, the professor's walking, his student points out there's a $100 bill on the ground. He says that's not a real $100 bill, because if it was a real $100 bill, it wouldn't be on the ground. And so markets are almost fully efficient, but they're not fully efficient. And there's a huge gap between those two statements. And Buffett has a saying that I'd be a bum on the street with a tin cup if markets were efficient. So it is not so much, I don't think it would take that much time. I think it's a question of whether one has the fortitude to buy, because you're going to be buying things that you've never heard of, companies you've never heard of, whose stock prices haven't moved in a long time. You would have to sit there and watch paint dry for many years. Are you the kind of person who loves to watch paint dry? How many people love to watch paint dry? Please raise your hand. Alex loves to, he's in the real estate business. He paints the wall and just sits there and watches. Is that what you do, Alex? All right, okay. So if you love to watch paint dry, which the millennials I take are not too keen on, but if you love to watch paint dry, this is the field for you. Because that's what you got to do. You got to make your bets and then spend your time talking to students so that the time is spent and you don't do counterproductive activities.